Let me show you the new strategy which is introduced in face milling. First of all, I will specify the part. This is my part file. The raw material I will specify. Later I am going to specify my MCS. So here, as I am doing a facing, I need to have some material in upward direction. So I will show here like a 3 mm material on top of it, and I want to increase the height. As I can see, this component is in inches. So if I want exactly 3 mm, if you know the calculation, then well and good. If you don't know, you need to type suffix mm. So automatically it will take that value. And also you can see, if you want to add here, you add 3 plus 3 mm. So that material will be added here. So after specifying the blank, I would like to go for specifying the MCS. Go to the MCS mill. Here it is showing the older versions one. Here I want to specify. I can use on blank and I will specify top center. So the ultimate usage of specifying workpiece and a blank is you can specify origin of the MCS very easily. So always I prefer going to the specify workpiece blank, then I am going for MCS mill specification. We'll come back to the topic, create operation. So we'll go for this face mill spiral, for which we need to specify at least one floor. That should be planar. What it will do, it will have a spiral passes on that particular surface which we have specified. This is recommended for basic face milling of a planar faces on prismatic parts. Always do remember, whenever we take a mill planar type, then it will be 2.5 axis operation. Method, if you want to do directly finishing, you can keep it, otherwise keep it as none. Go to the operation. Here I will select a pre-described tool which is of 3 inches carbide tool. If you want to change, you go for edit and display and you can change the values. If you don't know in inches, always add mm. Like I want 3 inches means it's around 75. If I want a 50 mm, then I will make it as 50 mm. Enter. Once you enter, you can see the changes on the screen as well as the value. It will get updated. So my main intention is to, whenever you have components which are done in olden days in inches, if you want to generate a toolpath for that in inches, you can generate it. But the values, if you know in mm, then you can specify specifics mm. Okay. And I need to specify the cut area. Here I am specifying this as my cut area, top face, and I can use this blank thickness. If at all I have not mentioned any thickness in blank. As you observed, I have given some additional material in a upward direction, so that I can use blank geometry if I am having raw material at the top. Sometime if you are not having any raw material on the top but you want to consider, so that time you need to keep thickness. In this case I will take blank geometry. Pattern type I kept Morph. You can keep circle. You can see the preview before generating the toolpath. So which one you want, you have to decide. And also you can give the containment, whether you want a convex hull, outline or minimum box. Minimum box if you take, then what happen, whatever the part size is there, so it will take a virtual rectangle box of the part and it will generate up to the part level or part boundary. You can have always outline. This also follows the exact shape of the component. Right now it is a rectangle, that's why it is coming correctly. If you see outline in image, you may observe the shape is different. So whatever the shape of the selected area, that much area it is getting machined. So here I want minimum box. In Convex Hull, what happens? It will do, but it will do by completing only the selected region. Minimum box will give you, or if you are having a rectangle box, it is better you take minimum box, and also you can specify how much tool overhang you need to keep while entering. So this value you need to mention. Then step over you have to mention. From here I will give step over as 65% of the tool. Depth per cut here 30% of loop. It has mentioned. You can mention in mm value. So one time I want 1 mm depth per cut. So I will mention 1 mm. Enter it. You can see that passes, 3 passes are created as I am having 3 mm material on top of this. In geometry, if you explore, if you want to keep some material on top of it for finishing, then you mention stock. If you want to finish with this facing operation itself, then no need to specify any stock. In avoidance, we kept report collision, or whenever it is getting collided, if you don't want to generate rule path in that region, then you keep trim. If you keep none means even though if it is colliding, it will generate the tool path. As for my best precaution, I will keep report collision. So whenever there is a collision, it will get highlighted. Mention feed and speed. So RPM here I will give it as for this 2500 RPM, and this is IPM, not mm per minute, inch per minute. So always do remember, then calculate. So whenever you mention number of loops in a tool, so it will calculate feed per tooth automatically once you click this calculate button. In strategies, you can see cut directions. You can change it to climb cut and conventional cut. Climb cut will give chip movement, and workpiece movement is in opposite direction. Conventional cut will give in the same direction. And the pattern direction I kept inward. It means the toolpath starts from outside and it will come end at inside. If I keep outside means from inside it will start, it will go to the outside. I can see the preview in image for reference. In non-cutting moves, in engage or retract, in open area you will see two types of method. One is R type engage, linear. In closed area only you will find helical option, helical. So here you can mention how much distance it has to come from linear. If it is arc, then you have to mention height and radius with which it has to engage. And also the ramp angle plays a very important role. So you need to specify some angle. In closed area, if you click other option is not there, only helical option is there. Here you may miss ramp on shape option. You can specify height and ramp angle. In transfer type, you may find a part safe clearance. It has mentioned from the part how much the safe clearance should be, and the clearance options whenever it comes, it is taking automatically from the model. So you can see here safe clearance I kept at 0.1 distance. I can see the preview here, this green color plane. Otherwise you can change it to inherit. So inherit, what it will do, it will capture it from MCS mill which we have mentioned. If you have not mentioned anything in MCS mill, then it will consider 10 mm. It's usually, you know. Like if you want to specify your own plane, you can specify plane and then you need to mention how much distance it has to travel. So I will keep use inherit, and sometime if your machine is giving jerk movements during non-cutting moves from one location to other location whenever it is going, so that movement can be reduced by using the smoothing options. Some people will tell this is not necessary, so it is up to you whether you want to keep this smoothing option on or off. You need to decide. In some cases, if your fixture or something is coming in between, your non-cutting move is passing there, so that time you need to want to define your start point. So then you can use this region start point. You can mention the point from where it has to start. Avoidance point also you can define. So from where it has to come, from where it has to go home point also you need to specify. Sometime if your post processor is not giving a homing codes, then you can use this set of points to specify after machining where it has to go, before machining from where it has to come. Those points are nothing but you can read the name, you will come to know, and while practicing you specify the points, it will be clear. If I am doing finishing, I need to see the tolerance, which is very important when we take it a parameter for finishing. After this, generate. You can see here the type I kept as Morph. So right now it is coming like this. If I want a spiral, I can use circle, generate it. If you want, you can verify the toolpath. If you want to keep IPW on, turn it on and see the movements. I will. So this is the new pattern or strategy which is added in a newer version of NX. If you want to have a experience of it, you need to update your NX version. Thank you.